Alrighty, welcome to another screencast edition of Adobe Illustrator. Today we're going to be focusing in regards to the Pathfinder tool. Now, the Pathfinder tool has at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different various modes. As you notice, there's the Unite, pretty much minus front, intersect, exclude, divide, trim, merge, crop, and outline, and minus back. Now, to differentiate to one of them, minus front basically selects the object that you want to get rid of that is in front, while minus back is vice versa. On the opposite, it's going to delete anything that is in the back of that. Now, I'm going to use my best of knowledge to utilize the shapes that are provided. So if you look right here in your toolbar onto your left, there is a shape tool, which has various different types of shapes that are provided. If you want to make it a different widget, so you don't have to go in and out of the same toolbar. Now, if you look at your object, so the wrench, if you look at this, what type of shapes can you see from this? Circle, and a square. Okay, circle and a square. What type of square? It's just not your regular pointed square. It's the rounded one. So, if you will, go right here. You'll notice it's an artboard. Make sure you set it as a template and make a new layer. We're going to start off with the new layer here. So I'm going to use the best of my knowledge to make a shape. So, make a shape here. Now, I recommend that you change out your foreground or your fill to black, and of course white outlining. But if you want, I also recommend that you get rid of the stroke value, so at least you only have the fill value. Now, I'm going to try to match it up here on this end. Same thing here. There. Now, I'm going to use my circle using the ellipse tool. Hold Shift key and click and drag to make a equilateral, basically even circle. So it's equal size, equal shape, equal length. So that's how it should look. So I got my second one. Now I'm going to last one on the here is, let's look at this. So it's going to be a rounded circle, a rounded rectangle. This time I'm going to change up the fill color to white with actually a black stroke. So I'm going to adjust this and this. If you want to make sure everything's in place, always refer back and move them as needed. So here's my first set. I'm going to open up my Pathfinder tool, which is right here. If you don't have it set up, all you have to do is go to Window and Pathfinder. So usually it'll open a separate widget tab. And all you have to do is just drag it over here to the right side. Now, I'm going to select this, shift select the circle and the rounded rectangle here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my Unite. What it does, it merges everything and unites the shape to make one individual object. I'm going to repeat the same here. Shift select the rounded rectangle. I'm going to press minus front. What it does, it cuts off the secondary object, which is up front, to make this shape. So I'm going to do the same thing here to make the circle from the end of this point using the ellipse tool. Shift select. Here we go. Nudge it through. There. So I'm going to select this and that. And just like that, I was able to press the minus front. So it makes a new hole. Now, if you look at this object here, you'll notice that there's the opening and it's actually one complete whole object. This is where the Pathfinder tool comes in handy, where the pen tool kind of fails. So sometimes if one thing doesn't work, you may use another as a means to make a complete object. So that pretty much concludes on the Pathfinder tool and how it's utilized. But other than that, um, you'll see different results depending on the modes that you have. Basically, intersects within the objects that merge together. So anything that's centered within that area is going to be the one in the center. Think of it as a Venn diagram. So this one excludes any shapes that is overlapping. Trim actually divides several objects into segments, especially if you have stroke lines. Trim, again, trims any lines and shapes into separate objects. Merge, pretty much almost like the Unite tool, kind of merges two objects as to one. Crop, crops it into overlapping objects. Outline makes outlines. And of course, minus back, which you already know. But other than that, that covers it. This concludes the tutorial. For now,